If you found this tarot short on your timeline, then this reading is for you. So I've got the Five of Swords for you today. And by the way, all these readings are timeless, so it's just whenever you find it, okay? So Five of Swords. Some of you could be feeling like you're a bit of a victim at the moment. Something has happened at work, something in a relationship, something that hasn't quite gone your way. So there are two different sets of people in this card. One is the victor who's holding the swords, and the other one are the losers, in inverted commas, that are walking away. What I'm getting from this reading, though, is that some of you are feeling like you're on the losing end of something. And because it's a card of swords, just remember, guys, that your thinking is what rules your life. Your thinking is what produces those emotions. And then you get stuck in this negative cycle. Well, if one thing goes wrong, then everything else is going to go wrong. And by the way, have you actually noticed when that does happen? Something goes wrong, and you know, that whole saying, well, everything happens in threes. Okay, that is just, I don't believe for 1 second that is real, unless you like really believe in it. Okay, so you have the power to take control of your thinking and to perhaps change your perspective on the way that you're looking at something. You could be looking at a situation as the loser when in fact it's actually going to be in your benefit somewhere along the line. You might not see it right now, but as I said to you, it's just your perspective that needs to shift. So if right now you're feeling like you're in a situation where you're feeling inferior, that you've been put down, that you've lost something, that you've lost a bet, that you've lost getting that job, that you've lost getting a project that you really worked hard on, perhaps try to look at it in a different way. Perhaps look at it in a way that perhaps that thing wasn't meant for me. Perhaps this thing isn't actually meant for me right now. So it just depends on the perspective, because obviously the guy holding the swords, he sees himself as the victor, and the guys that don't have the swords, they seeing themselves as the losers, but that's not necessarily the case. Fives are also about being at a crossroads, and because it's connected to the swords as well, you have to decide what you are going to think about your situation. All right, and I'm just going to leave it right there. So at the end of the day, the decision of how you're looking at your situation is in your hands.